How y'all like the look? I did something different this time.
I like it.
Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. Text me and I'll text you back. You text me then I'll text you back. Text me then I'll text you back. TikTok, you don't stop. I will help you make your paper stack. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at now? 205-964-5243. Now you know. 205-964-5243. Now you know.
What's happening? What's happening? Today's Flipman Daily Live Q&A on wholesale and real estate without using your cash or credit, aka Fliptainment morning Q&A. A couple of reminders. Comps101.com if you need to get your properties comped for free. Send it through there. We'll comp them and tell you what the ARV is. Remember, if you want to partner with me on deals because you have a property under contract, it's a great deal. You're dealing directly with the owner and it's off market. My definition of off market is if I can Google the address and it's not for sale, then I consider it off market. If I can Google the address and it is for sale, then it's not off market. All right, so you text me at the 205-964-5243. Just text the number 50/50 and you'll get the instructions on how to submit those. If you want a copy of the contract I've been using since 2003, text the word contract to the 205-964-5243. The closing detail sheet. This is a document used whenever you have a motivated seller in the contract and you have a cash buyer in the contract. This document helps the title company or closing attorney know who's the seller, who's the buyer, who's paying what, the sales price, who's receiving what, which is your assignment fee, who's paying closing costs. That's the closing detail sheet. Text the word close, CLOSE. You want to need a script on how to talk to sellers. Text the word script, singular, script to the 205-964-5243. What else we got? Oh, you want to learn how to text message the proper way, text to the number, text the word text, TEXT. CRM. And then the CRM, you need to manage your leads. You want to be able to put all your different types of leads, whether you're getting leads through bandit signs, driving for dollars, you got JV deals, other wholesalers, realtors, direct mail, cold calling, door knocking. You want all those different methods in different pipelines so you can see what's working, what's not working. Do more of what's working, what's not working, try to correct it. Also, you can build a pipeline for your cash buyers and you can communicate with them and send out blasts or email, text, or ringless voicemail whenever you actually have a deal on the contract. So text CRM to the 205-964-5243. On probates, if you're trying to build a probate list, text the word probate to the 205-964-5243. Also, if you're trying to build cash buyers list, simple way of doing it, I released that video last week, just text the word cash to the 205-964-5243. So the title of this particular daily live is it too late to start wholesaling houses? So to answer that question, I'll answer it with a question. What do you think? No. Of course not. I wouldn't be here up here talking about it or whatever. Which I don't frequent a lot of board stuff, so stuff comes to me because people ask me what I think about it. So I assume there's a lot of chatter out there about wholesale. Is that the same person or something? I don't know who that is. What's does it say city and state? You pay attention, okay. But the chatter out there about wholesaling being regulated and all of this stuff, And the only two states that have really done anything is Kansas and Illinois that I'm aware of. Maybe some others, but I don't think so. And the city of Philadelphia. But at the end of the day, they didn't get rid of wholesale. They just put in some requirements in order to wholesale. So no big deal. You just deal with it when it comes. Normally, when government tries to change laws, you're normally being changed by people that have no idea about the business in reality. And there's normally always going to be ways to still do it or whatever. So anyway, with that being said, is it too late to start wholesaling? No, it's just one of those things. Hamburgers have been around a long time, right? And people still open up hamburger restaurants and become highly successful at it, even to this day, right? It just so many opportunities out there when it comes to real estate that just no one person, no website like Zillow or Open Door or whatever it's called, they can't buy up all the real estate. It's just not possible because everybody's not going to ever want to do the same thing. As popular and as big as Walmart is, you have people that never go to Walmart, but they're still $1 trillion company. I mean, a lot of people that never go to Walmart, but they're still $1 trillion company, right? So, it just doesn't work that way. Not in this country. Just one company just can't soak up all the business. It's just not possible, especially in real estate. It just doesn't work that way. So let's go to questions. Oh, now we're trying to raise this cash out money to get the girls on screen. They have a dollar amount. We'll let you all know when you get there. So cash out me. Well, once we get to that figure, they'll come up here and host the show. What if I asked the questions and you all hosted the show? I think that would be even better than what I'm doing. I think you all know the answers, huh?
Jessica like that kind of stuff.
I think that would be just great.
But Jessica would get up there and Jessica would answer all the questions.
Why I gotta be me?
Because you're the singer.
We ain't doing no singing. Oh, I guess you say you used to being in front of people or whatever. Yeah, you are. You're not shy at all.
I am trying.
If I say bust out singing right now, this will sing.
I believe I want me some of that.
You want me to get one?
I ain't gonna make it either though. This will be an unofficial mukbang. Did you melt it a little bit first?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get started on my end on YouTube and Facebook. We got a whole lot of hellos. Let's get this bag. Hello, Flipman Anthony McMillan. He said hello.
Yo.
Okay.
What's up?
Eric Carney said, good afternoon, Flipanthropist and ladies of Flipness. This is the best part of his working day.
That's what's up.
All right. Ron Har said, are people really successful with this nowadays? It seems like you need a lot of money for marketing.
No.
Not starting now.
See, what's his name? Ron?
Mm-hmm.
Ron, see, some people never spend any money on marketing and are highly successful with this. The reason I talk about marketing is because the people that can do it the other way, the free way, I'm not going to say they're smarter, but they're going to be a little bit, it takes a lot more for them to give up because the free ways of doing it, you have to have a lot of patience and put the effort into it. Like this one guy, a property that I actually purchased and I put on Zillow, and mainly I do that just number one, to sell it, but also find some buyers that I normally wouldn't find or wholesalers that I wouldn't normally find or whatever. And I can just tell from the conversation, that's all he does is just find properties on Zillow. And, he has buyers that are going to pay X number on it. And he asked me after we put it on the contract, would I take it down? Which I'm in the business, so it's no big deal for me to take the ad down or whatever. So that didn't cost him anything to find that on Zillow, call me. He paying what I'm asking on it, right? So obviously he has a buyer that's going to pay more or whatever. So no, it doesn't cost any money. But the thing about it, Ron, if you pursued it the free ways or the couple of $100 ways or less, it only takes one deal that you can start doing the marketing that, we're always talking about. And even with most of the marketing techniques, we're only talking a few $100s or whatever. So yeah, man, I don't like to use the word easy, but compare now and before, but because there's so much technology out there, it makes it easier. You so many tools out there, it makes it. That's why I talk about the digger, later, prop stream, batch leads, skip to flip, all that stuff. Those are tools that didn't exist when I started. They make the business easier.
Yeah.
They're not going to do any deals for you. Don't ever let someone think to tell you a tool is some software is going to do deals. The only thing it is a tool that has to be used to enhance your chances of doing a deal.
Yeah. And then I think they should just be creative. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of subjective. Like what marketing things may work in some people's area might not work well in your area.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. That's part of it. That's just part of it. So
trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error or whatever. That's what any business, especially when you're talking about marketing. I might open my hamburger stand and I might have almonds in my hamburgers. Maybe a different twist on it.
Right.
I have kale chips in my hamburgers. Who knows,
Yeah. All right. Black Forbes said this vacant lot is over 100,000 square feet, but on the tax assessment on PropStream, it says that it's worth $14,000. Could that be inaccurate? And how should I handle this?
Well, those are two different things. You say the lot is over 100,000 square feet, which means it's 2 acres, two plus acres, right? And so, Yeah. An acre is 560 square feet, I think. I may be on the last part of it, but so that's basically 2 acres. So if PropStream is saying that the county records are showing 14,000, that's what it is. That's not a lot of land. And if it's in a rural area or something, that 14 is probably right in line on it or whatever. So no, that's 100 square. That's nothing. I guess you can, the 100 square feet or whatever is what you're basing it on. But no, that's just 2 acres, a little over 2 acres.
Okay.
If you want to have an idea what an acre is, you want to visualize what an acre. I didn't come up with that. I saw some brilliant guy online. He was explaining how when you're training someone, if you can get them to visualize what you're talking about, it makes it easier to train someone or get them to understand what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. So he said, here's an example. Most people can't visualize what an acre is, but to give you a visual of it, it's a football field. Basically, it's a football field without the end zones.
Okay.
That helps people. Now you can see 2 football fields, that's 2 acres. You know what I'm saying? So now,
Okay. That's a cool little tip.
All right. The first statement on Instagram, Flipman the GOAT. Appreciate you, man. All right. And this is on TikTok. The first question is, what do you recommend for a JV deal?
Well, it depends on what side of it you're on. If you're on the seller side, you'll have the contract with the seller. You'll do a contract with your JV partner. I'll treat them as a buyer. Either we're going to split it, or either we're going to split it, meaning they're going to get on the contract with me the same price I have with the seller, or I give them a price and whatever they make above that they keep or whatever. If you're on the buyer side of it, where you're going to produce the buyer, same thing. You all are going to either split it 50-50, or he gives you a price, you put it on the contract at that price, and whatever you make above that, boom, just paperwork.
All right. What scrubbing on website works best for you?
What? Scrubbing what?
Scrubbing website.
For what? Scrubbing what?
Yeah.
If you could be a little more specific.
All right. This is on Instagram. How do you determine repair costs on a rundown house?
If the house is livable, $25 times the square footage. If it's not livable, $40 times the square footage.
All right. So what changes if you stay in Illinois?
In the state of Illinois, you have to have a broker's license to wholesale more than one house in a year. Ways around that, but that's the current law.
Is that hard to get?
What a broker's like? Well, you're taking a test, there's the real estate license. Yeah. Mhm.
All right, this is on TikTok. I found a property. How do I get it under contract, or do I get the contract and help filling it out?
So you found the property. So when you say you found the property, have you talked to the owner and do they want to sell? Okay, if they want to sell, step 2 is, do they want to sell at a price that makes sense for a wholesale deal? If it does, if you all agree on a price, get their email address, email them the contract or whatever, filled out. You can fill that out on my site, dealator.com. So that's the process to that point anyway.
All right, somebody on TikTok said, "Hey, Flipman, thanks for helping us. Just starting out, it means a lot when people want to give back."
All right, no problem at all. Hopefully something that I say will help you.
Okay. Did you drop something? Okay. This is from L. Nicole on YouTube. She said, how long should we allow for closings now to be realistic and not under promise?
Well, things are getting closer back to normal, still not there. So I would do at least, you won't always do at least 30 days, but I would try to get 45 days or more. Each market is different. Some places are open more than others. When I was traveling to Mississippi this weekend, just period, I was in South Alabama and mask ain't no big deal down there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going there. Ain't nobody in the store. The people working in the store don't have on masks, and definitely the people coming in. I said, I look like a fool. So I took mine off too. Yeah.
Okay, this one's from Kenneth on Facebook. He said, "Hi, Flipman. What's your take on cold calling?"
It could be a very effective way to find deals. You calling property owners, seeing if they want to sell. Now, it ain't for everybody. It's not easy by no means or whatever. It takes a lot of patience, but it is one of the least expensive ways of finding a deal, right? But it's a grind. It's a grind,
Okay, so
but it can be very lucrative.
This is related. This is from We Buy Houses Cash. They said, should I start off cold calling or text blasting? I never did calling before.
Well, text messaging done the proper way is easier than cold calling in most cases. So if you want to learn how to text, just text the word text to TEXT to 205-964-5243.
All right. Empress B from YouTube, she said, "Hi, I live in NYC and it's really hard and expensive. Should I start outside of my state, New Jersey or Delaware?"
I would say start there in New York. Figure out what the landscape and how to do it there. Because yes, it's expensive, but why is it expensive? Because that's what people can afford. You'll do the exact same thing that I do here in Birmingham, Alabama. My check will be $8,000, $10,000, maybe $12,000 normally. And your normal checks, 25, 30, 50, sometimes even 100K, because you are in that expensive market. I know the cost of living is different than it is here in Birmingham, but it ain't that much different. If you're making 25 racks on every time you do a deal, you'll change your financial situation. You can live pretty much anywhere you want to live in New York, I'm pretty sure, if that's what you're averaging per deal or whatever. Even if you're doing one deal a month, that's life-changing money, even in New York City, because that's over 300 grand a year or whatever. So.
All right. EP Pool from YouTube said, "How do I wholesale a deal with the owner still living in the property? The owner won't allow potential buyers in and out of his home."
Well,
he ain't trying to sell it.
Well, yeah, whenever you run into that situation, Peters, whenever you run into that situation, you can't be cold, right? Whenever you run into that situation, you have to make it clear to the seller. Now, two things. Now, if they're going to act like that, now you're basically saying we have to buy this property sight unseen, because I have to get in my capital partners, which are your buyers, and I have to get in contractors. If I can't do that, I got to get a different price. because you're basically saying we got to buy this sight unseen. Now, pictures and video will go a long way as far as you being able to at least somewhat screen buyers to see if they're really interested or not. But you know, you got to get through that hurdle. Either not, there's nothing you can do because he's not going to let people see it, and he's not going to give you a price that where it's a deal. I don't care what it looks like on the inside. If that's not going to happen, then you may have to follow back up with him later.
All right, this is on Instagram. Best counties in the U.S. to buy land.
So I have no idea on that. I have no idea on that.
But what makes it a good county?
I don't have. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea on that.
All right, who covers closing costs? The wholesaler or the investor buyer?
In most cases, your cash buyer / investor pays closing costs, but it's negotiable. Sometimes a buyer says, well, I'm not paying closing costs. All right, so you have to make an executive decision at that point. So it depends on how much money you're going to make. It's not really you paying, it's just going to come out of your money that you're going to get. So you may be getting we'll just say a $15,000 assignment fee. The closing cost may be $1,500. So if they say they're not paying any of it, so that means instead of you getting $15,000, you would get $13,500. So you have to ask yourself, am I going to allow $1,500 to keep me from making $13,500? That's the way I look at it, or whatever. So, but in most cases, cash buyers pay it, or your investor.
All right, you're gonna need more information on this, but I'm just gonna read it. I found a 5,000 lot for 50,000. House needs to be completely redone. Is this a deal?
Yeah, that's not enough information.
All right.
We need an ARV on that neighborhood, on houses of that size.
All right. Can you wholesale in a different state even if you don't live there?
Of course, it's called virtual wholesaling. Just somewhat what I just explained with the guy that he's in California, the one that's trying to buy the property. We'll see if he's gonna close or not. I'm not sure, but let's see.
Okay, I'm new to it all. How should I start? Where should I start?
Well, we got the how do I start question out the way. Well, you're here. You've already started. So with anything, you need to educate yourself, right? So you need a source to do that with. I provide a source. My YouTube channel, more than 600 videos there now. I tell you everything you need to know. So set yourself a 1, 2, 3 month goal. You're going to become an expert on how to do this through those videos. And then guess what? Once you educate yourself, guess what's going to happen? You're going to know what to do. Uh-huh.
All right, this is on TikTok. I have about 5 leads on distressed properties. How do I determine if the house needs too much work?
And then to follow up on that last question, and in the information is free. So there's really no excuse if you really want to do it. No excuse. So what was that question again?
This is on TikTok. I have about 5 leads on distressed properties. How do I determine if the house needs too much work?
It'll be based on what the ARV is, the price that they're asking, and the repair cost. If you go to my, or if you text me, I'll send you the link to it. But you go to my site, dealyourlater.com, I have a calculator there where you can plug in the numbers and let you know if you have a great deal or not.
All right. Felicia Campbell from YouTube said, hey.
What up, Felicia Campbell?
All right. This one's from Misuka Kazil from YouTube. They said, how do we find cash buyers?
Well, there are a lot of ways to do it. If you're trying to find cash buyers before you have a deal in the contract, I released a video last week, how to build a cash buyers list before or after you have a contract. And that video shows, so if you text the word cash, CASH, to the 205-964-5243, then in that video, I explained to you how to build it that way. Now, some of the free ways you can do that, if you have a property under contract, you can post it on Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Realtors, Real Groups. Use bandit signs. You can use Google. You can use other wholesalers. You can, when you're driving for dollars, instead of while you're out looking for houses or deals, You also want to pay attention to the renovations going on. You want to get out and introduce yourself and let them know, whoever's over that project, that you'll have more houses in that area or whatever, or if they're interested in buying more. So, and then auctions, you go there and network at auctions. So, boom, those are some of the other ways. But that video, if you want to check it out, just text the word cash and it'll show you how to do it. Text it to the number here.
Oh yeah, don't forget you can text the word Gator.
Gator. Text the word
G-A-
Gator to
205-964-5243.
yes.
And you can ask your question on live with him.
Yeah.
He can add you to the live
Go
stream.
ahead 1 second. Go ahead.
We don't know what he's doing. No. I always do that.
Go ahead. I'm back.
Oh Lord. Okay. Brian E said, love what you're doing, man. You're giving people a lot of opportunities to learn the knowledge you're teaching and change their lives. Keep it going.
Yeah, so she's saying text the word Gator. If you want to get pushed to the front of the line, this is a gator head. Alligator. Which one is this? Is the gator? Is that a crocodile or gator?
Alligator.
Okay. How do y'all know the difference?
Is a sign right there. Stay with it.
The snout. Okay. But anyway, text the word Gator to the number if you want to get your questions answered first. Get pushed to the front of the line. We'll get you on the live stream. You can get pushed to the front of the line.
Stay right there.
It's right there. How do you know my name is Billy?
It's right there.
It's right there on your shirt.
Okay. What is more profitable, an old house or a new house?
It doesn't matter. A brand new house in West End won't be more valuable than a old house in Mountain Brook. It depends on where it is. What dirt is it sitting on?
Okay. Let's see. This one says, I want to start wholesaling, but I live in California and the market is hot. Would you recommend starting somewhere else? No.
No, but that's a good thing. What, you want to be in a market that's slow? No, that's a good thing. There's a lot of activity. That means buyers will pay more than they normally pay because it is hot. No, you're in a great place. If you're in one of the larger metro areas in California. So yes, that's a great thing.
All right, this is on Instagram. How do I access subject to contracts? I have a couple subject to potential deals.
That's really not my lane. Look up you on Instagram. Look up my boy Pace Morby and tell him I sent you. PACE Morby, MORBY. He's all over the gram. So.
All right, someone said thank you. And this is on TikTok. How do I make sure my deal is a good deal? How to find the ARV of a property?
Okay, I sort of went through that a second ago, but well, I have 29 episodes with my man Jamil Demji of Comps 101. Start watching those videos, and also look up comps. Comp like a pro flip man. So do a YouTube. Well, if you text me, I'll send you the links to get you started on those. I need to put those in a playlist, all of those Comps 101 videos. But if you text me on the number, I'll send you the link to it or whatever. So, but you can go to YouTube also. You don't just go there, Flip Man Comps 101. So.
All right, this is on Instagram. How much is closing costs usually? Is it usually around 6% all across the U.S.?
No. It'll vary. It'll vary. These are cash deals when you're talking about wholesaling, so it'll be different than when you got a lender involved or whatever. So it is, but it's different. But really, that's not the word. That's a good problem. You get that far down the track on a deal, and in most cases, buyers pay it or whatever, unless you're just asking generally, But
All right, should I go back to the streets since everyone is on prop stream?
go back to the streets.
I guess driving for dollars, maybe.
Well, you can use PropStream. You can be.
Look,
I
I'm
did
just
too.
real- I was like,
Hey, she has a positive attitude. I guess me and you don't. Hey, so I'm assuming you mean driving for dollars. Or I don't know what he mean. What do you mean by going back to the street? I don't want to assume. Yeah, please elaborate.
I think that means
Driving for dollars, but you can use the PropStream app to drive for dollars. It can be very valuable when you're out there in the field trying to determine this or that, who owns a property. You can save each property, you can favorite, and it automatically goes into your laptop PC version, and now you can do additional research beyond the app or whatever. So if that makes sense. Hopefully we were following you correctly. If not, please elaborate.
All right. This one's from Dominique Singleton. How would you comp a property that is in an area where the surrounding properties have not been remodeled yet?
Well, are there any sales going on? That's the main thing. Are there comparable sales? Are there transactions? That's all you need. Doesn't matter about that other stuff. You'll have something to compare about. Are there tons of, well, hopefully enough transactions, comparable sales? Have other properties selling in that area? That's the most important thing. Then you'll have something to use to know what you can make and what you can determine what the ARV is.
All right. Nate, let's see. Nate Christian.
Positivity.
Nate
Always
Christian.
positive.
Nate Christian said, what is the going rate on hiring someone to take pictures of a property?
Well, someone gave us a good tip. I like when people, I love to learn stuff. Do y'all like to learn stuff?
You know, that's all I do is watch documentaries.
Ken showed us some amazing stuff when we ended yesterday. I won't tell you what it is. Some amazing stuff I didn't even know existed out there. But but anyway, I love to learn stuff. And guess what someone told us one day on these lives? I love God, whenever you can share with some of the stuff that you're doing or whatever. I love it, especially when I don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Like that I know everything by no means. Is that he said, take the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that what he said that day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just get them 40 or 50 bucks to take the pictures. If it's a situation where you may not be in the area or they might not want you to come in the house or whatever, just pay them to do it.
We love it.
Yes.
This is a related question, and I'm gonna go back up. I didn't skip anybody. It says, do you request pictures of the property before making an offer?
No, I don't. We don't have to do that. You know, you can still make the offer. They agree to it, put it on the contract. You'll have a due diligence period. So when you do see it in whatever form or fashion, you can always say, hey, you know, it ain't what I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we didn't need to renegotiate. I'm gonna cancel the contract. So no.
All right. This one says, after I have the property under contract, how do I promote it? As an assignment fee or a grand total?
A grand total.
Okay.
You want to promote a price. The reason you want to promote a price instead of say, hey, I want to make $10,000 assignment fee, guess what? They're going to negotiate. Cash buyers or investors going to negotiate your assignment fee. Say, yeah, I'm not comfortable paying $10,000. I'll pay you $2,000. Okay. But if you have a price, now they're negotiating the price to fit what works for them. And what you make is built into that price. Oh, wow, that's amazing. Like exactly the same color. Oh, wow.
all right. This is on Instagram. Do I just text my problem?
They say text what?
Do I just text my problem?
To me?
Mhm.
Well, you could. Yeah. Yeah. I know how to, you know, yeah.
All right. This is on TikTok. How to find comparable sales. How do I know what has sold and for how much?
You can do that through Zillow. Like I said, if you look up the video, Flip Man Comp Like a Pro on YouTube, that video will show you. Also, if you look at my episodes of Comp 101, we have 29 of them. We use Zillow in a lot of those or whatever. So that's the free way of doing it or whatever. You text me. I can show you the paid way, which can be a little bit more detailed for you. So, but just look up those videos and it'll explain.
All right, this is on Instagram. If they send the property to that phone number, can you comp them?
If you want the property comp, go to comps101.com and submit the property, and we'll comp it for free for you.
All right, is there a step-by-step video to know how to start from start to finish?
Well, technically, yeah, but you're still going to have questions or whatever. I have several videos where I explain the process from start to finish or whatever. So if you go to my YouTube channel, the first video on the actual channel explains the process from A to Z.
All right, this person on Instagram, I use your contract for 2 flips in April, totaling $25K. Crazy. Woo, good job.
Hey, please DM me if you want to tell your story. If you want to share your story with the audience, as I've done with many others. There you go. So use the contract, made 25 grand in April. Hercules.
Yeah, on that.
Yeah.
All right. Xavier Gardner said, "What up, Flip Man? Have you ever done deals in Missouri?"
I haven't, but we would love to.
Is it Missouri to show me state?
Yes. You know what I just did? We did that when we did do that. One deal was in Missouri, in St. Louis. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. 1K said, "Do you have a video on a list for what tools we must have to make wholesaling easier?"
A list of what, what I need to do a tools video. I don't, but I need to do one.
Well, don't forget, write that on the board.
Yeah, I need to do a tools video.
All right. We Buy Houses Cash said, "Have you ever wholesaled a house from a trust?"
That's a good question. I don't think I have. If I have, it's only been once. I don't think I have.
Okay. S. Wink said, "Is there a specific letter you use when using the mailing system for marketing?"
Well, we're doing spot mailing. What would you call this? We're not doing mass mailings right now. We're doing like cherry picking who we want to send stuff. It's really follow-ups to leads that may have came in different ways. Yeah, we know they want to sell. So we're sending out like a letter, just basically making the offer, we tell them what we're going to pay in big letters. Hey, we're willing to pay X amount for your property. Call us. Hey, call us. Or basically we're saying call us, but we're also saying like, if this number doesn't work with you, we're willing to negotiate. If you have a price that's close to this number, basically, in our contact info. So, and the way we're sending these, we're sending them. So we're spending a little extra on them or whatever. So these are priority mail letters. So they are about $8 each, $7.95 to be exact. So it's a little pricey or whatever. But we're not sending that many or whatever. So these are mainly just follow-ups or whatever. So we know they want to sell.
All right. This one says, "Hi, Flip Man. I have an older couple that wants to sell their property here in Ohio, but they're in Florida, and unfortunately, they don't use computers or have an email. So I need to mail the contract."
Yeah, you need to mail it.
He said, "How can I get a copy of the one-page contract?"
You fill it out on dealulator.com,
Yeah.
print it out, sign it, and overnight it.
Y'all be struggling with that, don't you?
They are struggling. It's like they're struggling. Fill it out, download it, you sign it, print it, or you print it, sign it, and then send it.
Nah, we get asked that a lot.
I know.
By the young and by the old.
Body, it don't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I struggle with understanding.
Yeah, I don't know.
I said, I'm going to do that today. So I struggle. I don't get it. You go to the site, you fill it out. But I'm asking the question. I'm asking the question.
You finna get ready?
No. I'm just going to ask the question. I want them to respond. What's the issue? You go to the site, you fill it out, you print it, or you can email it. If you want it in your hand, you can print it. It's filled out. But I'm saying that's what I'm asking. What am I missing? What am I missing?
All right.
I didn't go off. I did that. I'm asking the question.
All right. This is on TikTok. I'm so scared to start.
Ooh,
Do you do 101? Because I don't want to mess up.
That's the problem right there. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to mess up. The last interview I did with two young ladies out of Maryland, they did a lot of messing up and still made $30,000. If you mess up, that's an experience that is more valuable than anything that I can teach you because you were out there actually trying to do it. Now, you don't want to just get out there and see one of my videos. Oh, this sounds great. I'm going to go start driving for dollars. No. You're going to mess up till you're going to start doing something else. You didn't prepare yourself to know what to do because you didn't spend the time to educate yourself. It's just somebody text me. Was that yesterday? Yeah, it was yesterday. Somebody texted me yesterday talking about, nah, bro, I ain't got no time to spend watching these videos. I need like a step-by-step guide or whatever. And I was like, well, you might as well go ahead and do something else, right? Because if you don't have the patience to educate yourself, you're not going to have the patience to make money in real estate because it takes patience, but it's above average income on deals. That's why it's worth it or whatever. And then I think a female, he was talking to me like it was dude and said, well, what he said? Well, he kept saying bro, so I assume he said, but whatever. So they basically was saying that they need to speed up the process in this rat race because others have 650 years on us. But I said, all that may be true, but those are excuses because what color am I? I ain't the smartest log fly on this alligator's head, whatever. But if I can do it, you can do it. Those are excuses. Those are excuses. Yeah, we know it's harder. Just being real, they don't stop you. Anyway, I don't want to get off on that though. But yeah, you just educate the person I'm talking to here. Educate yourself and take action. All the information is free. There are no excuses. When you can educate yourself for free, I know you got time. Tell me you don't.
All right, this is on Instagram.
I'm trying to be motivational too. I don't know if I come off that way. I hope I don't come off as condescending or know-it-all or whatever, because that ain't me. Oh, that's who I am. Oh, shit. What he told Mike. She didn't say I'm Joe Jackson. Oh. Hey, now the result worked. Now what he turned those individuals into is another story. A bunch of weirdos. A band of weirdos.
All right, this is on Instagram. How do you comp land, bro? And you the man, by the way.
Hey, land it can be difficult, especially, the difficult will comp in land because normally you don't have anything to compare it to. Land just doesn't sell like that or whatever in a lot of cases. Now, if it's in an area where they're doing new development, they're selling a lot of lots, okay, that's easy. But in a lot of cases, that's not the situation. A lot hadn't maybe sold in 4 years or whatever, or longer. So now you're really just gonna go by what the county says worth. That's like the only thing you're really gonna, without getting an appraiser. You don't want to do that. And then you probably get it on 20 to 30 cents on the dollar on what they're saying is worth.
All right. What is your preferred method for finding motivated sellers?
Facebook ads right now, but it's expensive. So probably next will be text messaging. We're testing this right now, which is more of a follow-up to the other stuff that we're doing. So we'll see how this is doing. We're testing this right now. So.
Are you using open letter?
I think that's what I did.
Is that what? Okay.
I don't know what open letter is.
Right.
Explain to what is that, a service or something, or a different method, or postcard? Explain what you mean by open letter.
Oh, well, I can read this one. This is on TikTok. I seen another TikTok where the dude calculated ARV times 60. He's up north though. And I saw 65. So I'm guessing she saw 65
Yeah,
or
you
60.
know, all that works. You know, just depending on where you are.
All right, I'm gonna try to knock these all out.
Oh, she was asking, should she keep it at 70? She's been doing it.
Oh, in Georgia, yeah, that's good.
Okay, this one says I'm trying to get into wholesaling, but I'm having trouble getting proof of funds. What can I do?
Well, if you're trying to get into wholesaling, I don't know what source you use. You don't need proof of funds, right? The only reason you would need proof of funds if you're dealing with real estate agents, which I don't suggest. If you even ask that question, you don't need to be fooling with real estate agents. You don't need proof of funds to wholesale real estate because you're normally dealing with just a normal person, Mr. Joe, who owns a piece of real estate. You're dealing with that owner, and they don't care about no proof of funds. If they're motivated to sell a house to you cheap, they don't really sort of match up. They don't like, I'm gonna sell you this house that's worth 100 fixed up for 20, but I won't prove a fund. It just doesn't work that way. That means you're trying to target properties that are listed by real estate agents or other wholesalers or whatever. You really don't need proof of fund, but if you want to go down that rabbit hole, text me. I'll send you a link to it. You know, it's a paid service or whatever. It's not going to be an option out there for free proof of funds. If you want to use who I recommend and have used over the years, the few times I've done that with, well, I normally use it for what's the name, but for commercial, but text me, I'll send you the link.
All right, Laura Hudson said, "Hey, ladies."
That my girl, yeah. What's happening, Miss Hudson? Happy Mother's Day to you. I'm assuming, or whatever. Belated Happy Mother's Day.
She said, "Ladies, up your wattage. If you want if people want to see what you gorgeous ladies look like, make them pay."
Yes, ma'am. That's right, Miss Laura. That's right. Hey,
All
that's
right. Bryson said, "Have you ever done a deal in Baton Rouge or buy and hold there? We have a condo available. They're asking for $97K, and the market rent is $1,100 to $1,200."
Oh no, I've never done a deal there. On the surface, I don't know if that's a good deal or not. Guess it depends on what. Um, mm, I can't do it in my head, so I'm not sure that's a
Should they
good deal.
send that to you later?
Well, they're basing it on whether it's a good deal or not, based on the. Well, we would need to know the ARV. Let's start there. I still want to know the ARV, right? So they're saying that they're asking, is it a great deal or not, based on the rental income that it can produce? You know, so still we need to know the ARV.
All right. Karen Parrish said, "What company do you use for your letters? I would like to send letters for probate."
Well, now probate is going to be a small amount in a lot of cases. You're talking about maybe a couple of hundred. Now you can use my guys. If you text me, I'll send you their information. They're professionals at it. Or you can just go to YouTube and do a search for Flip Man Probate. There's going to be two videos there, one recent, one about a couple of years old. And you can deal with some experts that deal only in probate or whatever, or they are higher majority of their process and what they teach and offer services that are probate related. So a couple of ways you can go about it.
All right. He's responding to like us saying about the contract or whatever. He said that it's their first deal and they were just a little unsure. That's all. Just wanted clarification. Peace.
All right, man.
We weren't talking about you. We were just like venting.
It's just like it's a common question. I was just trying to get. I'm trying to get an understanding because if it's an issue, I'll be glad to correct it. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So but yeah, you good. You're good. We're good.
All right. This one says, is it a service that does direct mail marketing but generates an estimate offer for each individual lead?
Yeah, they'll actually do that for you. The company that I'm talking about. So if you text me, I'll send you over to my boys Corey and Ryan. They'll definitely do that. Sort of what we're doing. We're doing it in house, but we're doing a much smaller number or whatever. So.
All right. What title company you suggest?
Say that again.
What title company do you suggest?
For who? For where? For where?
Hmm.
If you're trying to find a title company for a particular market or a closing attorney, just go into my Facebook group, Wholesaling Real Estate with the Flip Man, and ask the question, what title company, what closing attorneys are wholesaler friendly in XYZ city?
All right. If they have bad credit, can they still get in the real estate game?
Most definitely. That's what wholesaling allows you to do. Your credit or cash won't matter. Your credit situation, cash situation really doesn't matter.
You're in California.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, just do that. What I said, go in the group and do that. I'm hungry, ladies.
Magical Mind said, hello, everyone. We got people saying, Lord, not Joe Jackson. You're definitely motivational. And then Laura Hudson said, Ty, I don't mind you being Joe Jackson. Joe knew how to get that bag.
Oh, he got it now. He created a lot. I want to create a bunch of weirdos. Like we can't have those. How many children they had? 8, 9? How many they had? 5 boys we know. Or was it 6? Reby,
And Latoya.
Latoya, and one more, ain't it?
I think that's it.
The 9 or 10 of them. We can handle that 9 or 10, but we can't handle a whole planet of weirdos. What?
Weirdos.
Hey,
Right.
oh, the mission was accomplished. He created what he wanted to create as far as talent and music and income and fame and all that. 100 on that, but he failed as creating normal people.
Bye.
That don't mean you don't like it, but you're still a weirdo.
This one says, tell me about the CRM on your website. I like it. Who is it through? I'm assuming you are an affiliate. Please tell me more.
No, we using a foundation software to build it, but it's in this situation, this is mine and my man Karen, which is the developer. So we're partnered on that. So yes, the CRM system is powerful. I'm gonna do another bit, hopefully by tomorrow, because I think a lot of people it appears to be more complicated than what it really is. And I'm going to do a video to show you how simple it can be to help you manage your leads, which should turn into more follow-up, more deals, more checks, hopefully more smiles on you and the ones you love.
Okay. The ARV for this, for that condo in Baton Rouge, they said the ARV is 130K.
Just on the surface, that sounds like that would be a decent deal, just on the surface, if the rental rates is what they are, assuming assume you're not doing any work to it.
All right. And they asked, can we post the deals in your group?
Yeah, you need to include pictures. That's like one of the requirements. If you're gonna post a deal in the group, you need to include pictures, photos.
All right. This is on Instagram. Where can they get the bandit signs?
Well, the company I use is Dirt Cheap Signs. You really need to call them instead of trying to order online. They'll give you the discount they offer from people that I refer. If you text me, I'll send you their information.
All right. This person on TikTok, I found a property, but back taxes are owed. Who pays that?
The owner, in most cases.
All right.
The owner.
Where can they get more information from you? They're from Ohio and eager to start.
Well, I give it all away on my YouTube channel. Who is that?
Nate?
Who?
N-A, I think.
Oh,
I
Nate.
go so quick.
Oh,
I don't
Nate.
know.
Okay. Oh, she's finna call the other number, I can guarantee you. What else? Oh, yeah, you could just, what they say? How to get more information? Oh, yeah. My YouTube channel, I give it all away on my YouTube channel. You won't believe it. You say, this guy's amazing. Over 600 videos. I'm just tripping. Over 600 videos there. This is 12 since 2008. I've been putting out that content. Jessica say millions. I'm gonna say thousands of people have taken advantage of of that information and ran with it and started doing it. You can do the same. They're no smarter than you are. Only thing they've done is taken advantage of the free content and put it into play. That's it. You can do the same. All right, so it's lunchtime. We really appreciate everyone showing up today. Make sure everything you need, you can text me at the number, the 205-964-5243. You're on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. TikTok, follow me on Instagram. Make sure you like and share this. We have such a hard time to get people to like my stuff. I guess they don't like it. I guess that's what it is. So, I guess got to just deal with the realization they don't like my stuff. No one likes me. Ooh, I think they like me. So everything you need is on my YouTube channel. So there are no excuses. You have nothing to lose when the knowledge and training is free. Hit the old school.
Oh, sorry, y'all. This video will be in replay mode. So if you missed it or if you didn't get your question answered, like you, Brooklyn_solo on Instagram. It's going to be on Instagram in replay mode, also on Facebook and YouTube, and anywhere else you watch all your content. Okay? Like and share. Y'all have a great Tuesday. All right?
Ooh,
Bye.
hit it.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.